This is the moment a goblin encountered a dwarf for the first time. For context, goblins are known to be incredibly strong and durable, often taking damage that would obliterate a normal human. They also have a natural resistance to magic, making them extremely hard to control or influence with spells. Because of this, most goblins will avoid wizards unless absolutely necessary. Dwarves, on the other hand, are not very strong and are actually quite frail. However, they make up for this by being excellent craftsmen and engineers. They're also known to be incredibly stubborn and will rarely back down from a fight, no matter how strong their opponent is. So when this goblin came across this dwarf, he decided to intimidate him and demand that he gives up his weapons and armor. But the dwarf refused, claiming that he had an appointment with a dragon to get a new axe made. He also claimed that he wasn't scared of the goblin, even though he was literally shaking like a leaf in the wind. The goblin, taken aback by the dwarf's bravery, actually started to feel a little bit intimidated himself. I mean, here he was, a huge, strong goblin, and this little guy wasn't even scared of him. This must have been the weirdest interaction a goblin has ever had. As the two argued, the goblin slowly began to back away, not wanting to hurt the dwarf, but also not really knowing what to do. He was so used to people giving up immediately when he threatened them that he didn't really know how to proceed. Eventually, the goblin decided to just leave. He had no desire to hurt the dwarf, but he also didn't really want to make friends. Goblins are generally quite solitary creatures and don't really get along with others very well, especially other races. As the goblin walked away, he couldn't help but feel a little bit envious of the dwarf. Here was this tiny little guy who wasn't afraid of him at all, and he couldn't help but respect that. Maybe he could even become friends with the dwarf. A goblin can dream, can't he?